Bit of an unusual one here, but I'm just going to have a little bit of chill out hobby time. So, come along, have some fun. Ooh. Alright, let's get... Oh, am I? Well, when there's more than just you and me here. How about that? Okay, I can fix that, that's fine. We'll go like here. That better? It should be better. Oops, I just minimized everything. That's fine. Cool bananas. Okay, starting off, we need paper towels. Thank you. Can never go without paper towels. Is it four? It's four. Fantastic. Fold them over each other. Just like so. Fold. Okay.
Obdo.26 SRDA says is watching.
Hello, welcome along to some very chill time. I don't need you yet. I don't need you yet. Do need you. Now we need some Abaddon Black. We're not going to put that there, I'll put you over here and that will probably work out better for us. Get my really fancy palette going. Mix up your paint. Don't want chunky paint. Get as much paint out as possible. Fantastic.
Android_Mac_10 says is watching.
Hey Mac. Alright. I need better thing.
Android_Mac_10 says, ooh, what you doing?
Just doing some hobby time. Doing some painting.
Amine_HNM says is watching.
Hello and welcome along. Kind of looks like Australia. Alright, let's take our very blank Primaris Space Marine here and let's put some base coat on him. Starting to get in everywhere. A nice coat of black just to starting.
Lizard Doyle says, thanks for subscribing to our YouTube channel, Mac.
Oh yeah, thank you, Mac.
Lizard Doyle says, this is like ASMR.
Might have gone too thin with the base coat. We'll see in a second. Just get in all those little nooks and crannies because you just want that first layer to adhere so you can paint over it. It might have gone too thin, but that's fine. You can always add more paint. You can't take it away. You can, but it's very annoying.
Android_Mac_10 says, Space Boy getting all inked up.
Yep.
Lizard Doyle says, what tags did you use for the stream this time? Did you
Gaming,
use an art one?
painting, and chill, I think.
Lizard Doyle says, nice.
Because it will be very chill. No stress. Stress is the opposite of what you want during hobby time. Push all that paint to where it needs to go without clogging up any detail, because you don't want that for your base coat, because then you're screwed. Then what are you painting on? You're just painting on paint rather than a model. Thank you, Yasmin. Once the paint gets tackier, you can manipulate it so it goes everywhere, which is what you want. Paint to go everywhere, all over all your surfaces. Probably should have had some form of caffeine before this, because my hands get I don't know if you can see that on stream, but they're not the steadiest. I would not make a great surgeon or midwife. I normally have to brace myself quite heavily like this.
_10 says, paint go one place, not all place, BeeF.
Yeah.
Lizard Doyle says, doesn't caffeine make that worse?
Not for me, it doesn't. I don't know why. I never knew why. Definitely a need it rather than want it kind of person.
Lizard Doyle says, maybe you have ADHD.
Maybe. Maybe I have a lot of things. Maybe I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. We'll never know. Getting there, getting there, getting there.
Lizard Doyle says, people with ADHD gave the opposite reaction to stimulants, things that make other people hyper calm them down.
Yeah, that might be me.
Lizard Doyle says, have.
Getting into all those little places. Nice thin layer of black. Abaddon black. Abaddon being the first captain of
Android_Mac_10 says, lol, that tweet though.
the Lunar Wolves. Before Horus turned against the Emperor and the Horus heresy. Kind of makes sense when the guy's name's Horus and the heresy's about him. Was it about him? We'll never know. Yes, we will. There's like 60 bucks. Very, very expensive. So I haven't read them all. Because I'm not made of money. I'm made of hyperactivity, apparently. Which makes a lot of sense. Get it on your foot. And there, get it all in those nice and cracks and crevices. Build up that layer of black. It's much easier doing it with a rattle can, but you can never rely on the weather, especially where I live.
Android_Mac_10 says, money would also be good though.
Yeah, money does help. You know, 90% of the world's problems could be eliminated with money. But the problem is that if everybody had money, we wouldn't have capitalism. Without capitalism, I don't know where we'd be. monkey, like hunter-gatherers maybe? We didn't have money. Would we still be hunter-gatherers? If I couldn't pay you for your services so you could do something for me, and then you pay me to do something for you, and then we trade that for, you know, accommodation and food. Who knows what we'd be?
Lizard Doyle says, we'd have barter systems and alternative economies.
That's true.
Lizard Doyle says, like the time bank.
Don't know how you'd barter for an airplane ticket though. Or a student loan.
Lizard Doyle says, I'm a communist. Linda underscore Amore says, hi far.
Hey Linda, how's it going? Hope you're doing well.
Linda underscore Amore says, hola Lisa. Android underscore Mac underscore 10 says, music doing a relax.
Yeah, I wanted us to be as chill. More chill than our normal streams. Unless there's still this blank here. I haven't got it all done. There's still bits that are missing. You can see them with the nice lighting that I've got going on. Might look a bit washed out for you guys, but it's very good for me.
Linda underscore Amore says, how are you far?
I'm good. Just having a little bit of hobby time. Not normal stream time for us. But that'll be later today. I need some more black. Double check that is the right color before I go slapping it on. Always want to make sure these lids are shut because they're bastards and they tip over. Many people have lost expensive paint doing it that way. I prefer these kinds of bottles, which are made by a competing company, Army Painter, rather than these Citadel ones, but that's me. Other people disagree, but that's fine. You know, whatever works for you is what you should use.
Android underscore Mac underscore 10 says, don't want that accidental navy going on.
No. Okay, that's probably overkill when it comes to black, but that's fine. Let them dry. Let them dry out for now. See what we need to do. Yeah, so you can see. Can you see? Come on, focus camera. Come on. Can you focus on my hand? Okay. I should change the focus, but that's fine. Yeah, definitely to get in here and around here. This is the area that needs a bit of work now.
Lizard Doyle says, got a beauty blog it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Harry Skelly. So we want to get, before we end, to sort of like this stage. Maybe not the red, but definitely the base coating. I wish the camera would focus better. There we go. Yeah. So you've got all this volume painted into where you've got the blue blended over the black. Come on, camera. Why you do this to me? There we go. Thank you for the invite. Sit back for a second, take a drink of water.
Cam, do the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Lizard Doyle says, I thought I was missing a photo and then I remembered we have it on your Blu-ray shelf.
Ah, yes. Okay, where are we missing? Just in here, really, aren't we? Yeah, rattle cans make this job easier. Airbrushes make this job way easier, because then you can do all your highlighting without even putting the airbrush down. Obviously there's cleaning and other issues with airbrushes, but that's, you know, it's all part of the course. It's all part of the system, man. Get in there, you little nozzle.
Android_Mac_10 says, want gloves for that.
Yeah, you definitely want gloves with that. And then it comes to the fact that a lot of the gloves aren't like latex gloves have milk in them, which is a bit of an issue if you want to live in a lifestyle where you don't use animal products. So like there are alternatives, but they're like more expensive and then worse for the environment because then you have to throw them away after using them. So it's 6 in one, half dozen the other, really. Get it all in there. Every last chain, blade, tooth. Thank you for becoming a fan. Don't know if you're actually in the stream or just on the main page. A lot of people do that, I've noticed. A lot of people just hang out on the main page and fan people without watching their content, which is bizarre to me. But then, you know, I'm built different when it comes to how I interact with the world. You know, I go onto platforms, I look at trending and go, who the fuck is watching any of this? And you go, well, there's, you know, this has got millions of views on it, so, but it doesn't appeal to me. What does appeal to me is weird stuff, like mini painting, for an example. So you can ask Lisa. I watch a lot of tutorials of people's techniques and what they're up to and how they're building stuff. It probably drives her insane. Nice black glare. Oh, a little bit in there that I missed. On the elbow and here, around the gun. The gun definitely needs another coat. Barrel of the...
Lizard Doyle says, you just reminded me I forgot to show you the chicken shop dates.
Oh yeah, you did. You did not remember to do that, but we could do that later. We have all day. Oh, we don't actually. Every little bit of grey needs to be covered with a nice layer of black. In there. Okay.
Android_Mac_10 says, how many coats does Spaceboy need?
It should be just 2 very, very thin coats. I prefer using a different method of holding models, but I don't know where my blue tack is. I probably could find it if I looked for it, but I didn't look for it, so I can't find it. If I can just get it all where I need it, it'll be fine and dandy.
Linda_Amore says, 20likes free please.
Thank you, Linda.
Says, I've got white tack somewhere if you want me to try to find it.
Nah, it's alright. what I prefer doing is drilling small holes into the bottom of their feet and then pinning it to something. I've used corks in the past. They're really, really effective. Because then you can just hold the cork, you know, so it'd be like this.
Android_Mac_10 says, ouch.
It's alright. Like Newt says in Aliens, she doesn't have bad dreams, she's made of plastic. And neither do Space Marines. They don't have bad dreams because they're also made of plastic. Get into that backpack there. Slap it on. And here, apparently. And there. Deep there.
Android_Mac_10 says, they are the bad dreams.
Yeah. You definitely wouldn't want an Indian in the cupboard with 40k.
Amor says, yes 20 likes free.
The true hype man of you now. Okay, that should be almost done. Blip, 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 blip. Still a little bit there that doesn't quite want to get coated, but that's fine. Okay. There's a weird pattern thing going on there that I don't like. Get it that time? No, it's still there. Okay, that should theoretically be all done. Cool. Now while that's drying, the next color we want is McCrag blue. Give that a nice shake while I sit back for a moment. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that brush.
Android_Mac_10 says, just thought that it would be funny to see you paint up a bro from Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, they do have something very similar in the range. I bought these three because I was helping out a friend with some of his modeling, and I just thought, you know what, I enjoyed it so much, I'm going to do it on my own time as well. So this is a different brand, and this they make like the best white. Oh no, that sucks. You have to put it at one of the top facing ones. Okay, just a little dollop will do ya. And to make sure this brush is very, very, very dry. So once he's done drying, what we're going to do is we're going to take that white, we're going to dry brush over the top of him, so bring out all those details. As soon as he's dry, which shouldn't be too far away with how warm this light is next to me, you can feel the heat radiating off it. A lot of people use hair dryers, which I think is hilarious. So what you want is, if you can see the model, or no, get it as flat as possible here for you. So all the parts you can see, you want to be lighter than the parts you can't see at the bottom. And this is referred to as zenithal highlighting, but I like to do it with a dry brush rather than an airbrush or a rattle can. It just makes it easier for when you're painting, because you can see where you're putting your highlights and leaving your lowlights. So hopefully all the top facing areas look reasonably dry now. Yeah. Cool, so I'm going to take some of this titanium white, just a little bit, and smear it all over the brush, like so. Get it all nice and in there. Then we're going to take our brush and do... Yep, and we'll take as much of the paint off as possible, which sounds counterproductive, but you only want the tiniest amount. So when I do this, and you always do want to do it in a downwards motion, you only sort of build up a very, very thin layer of white. Now makeup brushes are really, really, really good at this, and what is normally recommended, but I didn't have time to pick one up, unfortunately. So where you can see on the model, you want as much of that standing out as possible, because that's where your brightest areas are, and your darkest areas are going to still be kept underneath.
Android_Mac_10 says, Pash shiny.
Thank you, Linda. Now you can see a lot more of the detail come out. So now when I'm putting the colors on, I know where to do it in high and do it in low. And you're adding volumetric paint to it. So when you do your next layer, it's not going to be flat. Because we had a very flat blue, black with our base layer. And now we're adding to that. All the paint out of there. Back to the brush we were using before. Just a little bit of black in it, that's fine. Saw a really cool product recently. It's like a little rubber coated metal spring that goes in the bottom of your water, so you can really get in there deep in the brush and get that off. And of course, these cheap brushes, you always get one little hair that sticks out. Yeah, sure, I can do that now. There we go. Nice and trim, so it should be all flat now. Alrighty. Get this paint together and then we'll open this chest. So, paint that I'll be using for base coat to make him look like these guys is McCrag Blue. I'll put it probably here. There we go. Sure that lid's on tight. Oh, that one had a bit of room. Alrighty. Chest drop time. Lisa?
Yeah?
Chest drop. Just making sure you don't miss out. Oh, okay, good. Alrighty, folks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kelly says, chest.
Open. Click that chest. Congratulations to Mac, Lisa, Harris Kelly, Linda, and Yasmin. A lot of blue in there. Alright. So I've added some, it looks like white, but it's not. It's a medium.
I framed all the big photos, now onto the small.
Hopefully, this medium, because it's a matte medium.
Linda underscore Amor says, thank you very much, Far.
You're welcome. Thank you for supporting us. Always like seeing you turn up in the chat. Okay. So now, when I place the blue over the top, hopefully all goes to plan. The blue will show up better in the white areas than it will over the black. Let's start on his leg here. Nice thin, singular directional coat. Coming down all the flat, smooth armor panels. Just like so. Obviously on the round ones it's a little bit more difficult to get a nice smooth, flat stroke of the paintbrush, but that's fine. Now we're going to try and miss all those little things that he's got going on.
Mac underscore 10 says, wait, how many photos Lisa doing?
A lot.
Lizard Doyle says, 19. Lizard Doyle says, 10 small ones and 9 of various larger sizes.
I miss all his MacGuffin on his back there. I guess it's on his belt. Make sure there's no white or black showing. So it'll take some time.
Mac_10 says, but the important question is how many of them are Strider? B.
Quite a few, believe it or not, Mac. Quite a few. Oh, thank you. Get in
Lizard
there.
Doyle says, only 2 actually.
Is that true? Who'd have thought?
Lizard Doyle says, but they are very cute.
Of course. They have to be. It is the rule. Sorry, I realised you couldn't see just then. I was trying to brace it on my knee.
Lizard Doyle says, there's some of us, some scenery, and some from my brother's wedding, so a good mix of photos.
Yeah.
Android_Mac_10 says, nice smiley face.
Okay. Getting into the nitty gritty bits now. Cover the shoulder pad without getting too much on the symbol. It's probably going to be a pain in the butt in this end, but no, we did well. We did well. Good team effort there. Not bad for not touching something that I'm not leaving as is and we'll be painting over. Okay, in here. And we'll call it good. There's a little bit more I need to do. That's fine. It's always good to have more paint mixed than you need. You don't want it the other way around, because that's when shit gets real quick. Okay. Nice and blue. Double check that I haven't missed anything before I let it paint go too much longer. A little bit under there, that's normal. Right here is pretty normal to miss the first run through. Bit in here, bit in there. Okay, here else on the top of the thigh. Man, this lighting makes it so much easier to see. A little bit of his booty there.
Android_Mac_10 says, neck minute, notice you missed a spot.
Yeah, it's usually how it rolls, man. But that's the thing. The way I paint minis, they don't have to be perfect. In fact, I prefer them to look, you know, gritty, rough, like actual, you know, tiny little soldiers, rather than, you know, toys, if that makes sense. Okay. How's that looking?
Android_Mac_10
Can't see because
says,
I'm holding it the
all
wrong
that
end.
battle damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Lizard Doyle says, covered in mud and blood and giant rats.
Exactly. You're not gonna. So hopefully, man, I really wish this camera would like help me out here. That way. No, you gotta focus. Oh, I had you there for a second. Yeah, there we go. So that's the old one I did, which has got some sort. Oh, it's on my finger. It's a strider here on my finger. So hopefully, we'll come on. Yeah, so there we go. So far done. Sit back and take a break while my back adjusts to a more comfortable position temporarily while I have a little drink of water.
Lizard Doyle says, you want to show a strider picture in your break.
Sure. I don't know what's happening. Never know. Oh, the light is going to reflect off it really badly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, there we go. Wow, that is so much nicer in person than it's showing up on camera. Look, I can see my own face. There we go. Nice. Oh, I'm literally sweaty. Paper towel has another use. Oh. What are you focusing on, camera? Like, what is here? What are you... There we go. Okay. Alright. Hopefully... Yeah, that looks good. Sorry. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay. Now we're going to do something that I used to cringe at doing, and then used to do all the time before that, which is paint right out of the pot. But this is a shade. So this goes into all the cracks and crevices and blends it all down. So hopefully we'll get a nice blend between the dark blue, the parts that we've highlighted, and the areas that are darker. Go back to the same brush I was using. So this one. It's got a lot of blue in it. I need to get rid of that. Okay, that's a lot cleaner now. Yeah, exactly. Did this crash? Because I did not hear what you just said. You having a laugh stream now, Pro? That's the thing I needed up. Cool. Okay, so this is a shade, Egret's Earth Shade. Once again, you can paint right out of the pot with this one. Once the lid actually pops up. So I don't need to put this onto my palette at all. Just take it from this little lip bit here that sits and genuinely coat everything with it. So what this does is it gives your all the little insert details some more volume. It also gives all your the shaded areas a darker appearance. Stain some of the white there. Just get this everywhere in there. All those little MacGuffins. To all the cracks and crevices. Sorry, I just realized you couldn't see that. I apologize.
Android_Mac_10 says, container lid equals best palette though.
Yeah, it also makes sense because you can just stick it on top of your paints and take one thing and you don't have to worry about carrying extra shit when you go out and see people and paint at their places. You don't have to worry about a wet palette spilling or, you know, losing it or forgetting it, because you can't, because it's attached to your other stuff.
Android_Mac_10 says, exactly. Save space.
Yep.
Lizard Doyle says, whoever thought 40k was a social hobby?
It's very social. Not happy with the amount that's there, so I'm just going to blob a bit on and rub it all in. This bit here. And it's not looking good so far. What I can tell anyway. Get it all in, like all that nice fine detail. All those little bits and bobs I've sculpted in. Take full advantage of it and know where they are using the wash. What I'm doing is whacking it into places so it doesn't pull too aggressively. And in some other places you want it to pull quite aggressively. Come on, camera. So you're just right on that tip there. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Just in here, just in here. It's heavily pulling. Sweet, we'll just leave him to dry. Just the tip. Exactly. Make sure the lid's on nice and tight. Put it back with the rest. Okay.
Want the other Strider picture?
Sure thing. It's him with his little pumpkins. Very cute. Having fun? Good. Alright. Now time for some fun once this is dry. So I can't remember which one I used. It must have been... That looks like shit. Is it this one? Let's have a look and see how bad this is. Oh, it just looks very thick. What about this one? Oh, that's not looking healthy.
Lizard Doyle says, how dad it is.
Sorry, bad. Bad. B-A-D. Bad. Pretty thick. That's fine.
Lizard Doyle says, proper ASMR there with the goop noises.
Yeah. Gotta get your goop on. Now this is no longer standardly usable. I got a replacement for it, which is in this pack of brand new brushes that I have not used yet. Oh my god, the English language is failing me right now. So we'll put that away, and we will hopefully. It's still wet. Yes, fantastic. Take a little bit of this, which is.
Android_Mac_10 says, hashtag words are hard.
They really are. Getting a nice pale blue there. Now, the best advice I was ever given when it comes to mixing your own shades is never add white. White is bad because all it does is desaturate the color. It doesn't actually improve anything. Paint all over my fingers already. That's how I know I've been doing painting. Alright, let's take my very bent, hooked brush. It's not quite dry yet. Leave it for a bit. We'll leave it for a bit. Oh. As long as it doesn't get on my fingernails, it's usually fine. Getting it on your fingernails is bad. That's when bad things happen. What's it doing now? Workable, I'd say. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, get it on the tip of the thing, make sure it's nice and transparent when I rub it out. Yep. Fantastic. I'm just going to go over the very, very highest areas. So here, just going to glaze a little bit on, just like so. And on the tops of this, oh, I realise you can't see, I apologise. Anyway, thank you. Sorry, I'm not talking, it's just concentration key at this moment because I'm trying just to get the tops of areas without muting anything down, without covering up anything I've just done.
Android_Mac_10 says, we blending.
We blending, yeah, exactly.
Android_Mac_10 says, trending and blending, B.
Excuse me. Okay, I think just a little bit more, because you don't want to overdo it, you know? Just give it a little love. Just certain areas. A little bit there, I reckon. Just a little bit.
Android_Mac_10 says, dem black spots.
Just want it really on corners that are going to catch the light. And it's easier for me to see than probably for you. But you know, just like right here. It's going to catch more light than the flat panel.
Android_Mac_10 says, depends where the light be coming from.
Well, you're hypothetically, you think it's like directly above, right? So
Blizzard
from
Doyle
like
says,
here.
photos all framed.
Nice. Oh. Hold still while I clean my brush.
Android_Mac_10 says, simulated muzzle flash though.
Yeah, it's true. You can do object lighting. Most of the time, people do it with like the plasma weapons, which glow. All right. Don't need you anymore. That one. That's a very broken base coat brush. Don't want you either.
Android_Mac_10 says, now you take photo of photos in frames, P.
Yeah, that's the one. All right. Now we move on to the nerve-wracking stage. So I've got a fine detail. I think no, this is called a layer brush. Weird. I thought this was a fine detail brush. That'll do. It will do. My two yellow ones are all super busted. Look at those. Absolutely wrecked. Maybe these are fine details. Yeah, fine detail. Come on. Come on. Just focus, please. There we go. Focus for a second. Okay, so the color we're going to be using is this. This is for the gold areas around the trim of their shoulder pads, which would put them in the second company of the Ultramarines. But no one cares about that, do we?
Blizzard Doyle says, I'll probably wait till they're up on the wall to take a photo of the photos. That's a next week project. Android_Mac_10 says, dem tiny gaps.
Yeah.
Blizzard Doyle says, horrible noise.
So this is a metallic. And a metallic, you can't mix these together. So that's another pot of water I've got going on. Because bad things happen when you do. You get metallic pieces in your non-metallic bit. Don't want that. Should be. I'll do a little bit more. That should be enough. It's more or less matte medium. I don't want to dilute it too much with water, so probably with, let's see, 1, 2, 3 drops. Give this a mix. It's all homogeneous. Is that the right word? I don't know. Still looks pretty. I think it's workable. Yeah, that's definitely workable. Alright, who's first? We'll go with the guy with the hand grenade. Alright. You can move out of my way.
Lizard Doyle says, lots of people becoming fans.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so we only want to get it
Lizard Doyle says,
on the rim,
everyone loves a chill painting stream.
which is going to be difficult with me shaky hands, and obviously me trying to get it on camera for you. So just using the side of my brush to get that layer on. Nice, delicate touch just to the side. Not trying to get any overrun.
Android_Mac_10 says, clean edges.
Trying to get said clean edges when you're trying to get into like little areas. Just use the table here. Oh, got a little bit over on that there, it's fine. Easy peasy. All fixed there. Now on the other side. Now to get it all around that this room's going to be fun. Getting it in there without touching that. best bit. I feel, you can see my hand shaking. Right. Stay there. Thank you.
Android_Mac_10 says, and then you get sweat dripping onto it, laughing face.
Yeah, can happen. It can happen. Nice and gentle, no need to rush.
Askin_Boats says, is watching.
Nice, thin, continuous coat. Just getting that detail. Hopefully we can get it in here. Just a very awkward position. Sorry if you've missed any of that. Embracing my hands against my own hands. So I can just get it in. Where it needs to go without going over anywhere. Okay. That's one down. Actually, good focus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do the Aquila, which is the emblem on the front there. Same way. Just one gentle pass over each side.
Android_Mac_10 says, can be trying its best.
Don't want any overrun in this step. Just to those edges.
Fatiwickle says, is watching.
Just like that. A little bit more paint on the tip there. A little bit there. Just finish off the skull in the center. Little wing parts that stick out from the side of the Aquila. I don't think there's an official Aquila because the Aquila has a eagle head, but that's fine. Just missed a bit right in that tip there. Let's get that. A little bit there, a little bit there. Nice. Nice and easy. Alright, that's one down out of three. Move on to the next guy. Let's do it here. Same thing again. Little tip on the tip of the... Run it through There we go. Okay. This guy's similar position, so I'm going to just brace my hand here and start on the flat, this flat here. Just over the side, like so. Before I actually continue, if I missed anywhere, there's a little bit of missing there. Fix that up. That's inch.
Android_Mac_10 says, and what would Spaceboy 2 like today?
He's going to get the same. You know, it's a uniform. No one wants to stand out from the crowd. That would be heresy. There we go, that's better. There's still a little bit of blue showing there. Sorry you can't see this, but it's just very delicate and in a very awkward place for me to not have to brace my
Android_Mac_10 says, you got a
hand.
little off cam, feeling shy.
Oh, so yeah, it's looking better. Okay, on to boy number 2. Started on this shoulder, bracing my hand against my other hand, so when he shakes, will just pass through me. I prefer holding something a little bit wider than these bases, but that's fine. It's just hard to manipulate, you know what I mean? Oh, this position is not doing my backs any favour. I can't quite get my knees up where I want them to be. That's fine. Hands getting sweaty too, which is never good.
Android_Mac_10 says, I was legit just thinking about crooked back and sore neck. P.
Yeah. So
Android_Mac_10 says, posture kinda important, laughing face.
yeah, it really is. So I'm just checking using the light. There we go. There's one more. Oh, did I just do that just then? Hopefully I did. Good. just a little bit more on the top of that shoulder plate. Try and get the underneath of it. It's going to be difficult. I really would like something easier to hold this with, but it's fine. Yeah. Looking good. Now we're going to move on to the Aquila. I really wish I could just put my elbows up. Do that for a second.
Android_Mac_10 says, big blade there.
Nice. I should actually focus camera. That'd be fantastic. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're trying to focus on the paintbrush that's in front of you. That makes sense. That makes actual sense. Yeah.
Android_Mac_10 says, thank you, camera.
Yeah. Hopefully, looks a bit better. Yeah. Go back to the guy we first started on. Next to his little buddy. This is going to be annoying. Move you two out of the way. Now, angles are going. Did I just do that? I did. With the ferrules splitting. I don't like it. Shit. Oh. It's one done. Mostly done. So it's a little bit of tidy up now. Moving on. Just on the corners there. Fantastic. Okay. Now to the other side.
Amri Allah says, is watching.
Hello and welcome along. Nice and nice. Okay, get that little, there we go. A little bit more paint. Just hit this base rim here. See the light where the corner is, I can. Fantastic. That corner nice and good. Get this bit here, just very predominant on this dude. Shows up there, try and get it at the top as well. There we go. Lock in. Oh, if the camera would focus, looking good. Okay, just do the Aquila left. And I think we'll end there because my back is starting to show my age. Alright. Just on the skull in the middle.
Underscore says, is watching.
Feather it out over the actual feathers there. Should get all that raised area.
Android underscore Mac underscore 10 says, back, why must you be this way?
Because I'm old, Mac. Because I'm old.
Android underscore Mac underscore 10 says, the betrayal.
Yeah, it does feel that way, but you know, time makes fools of us all. Alright, while it's still wet, we will quickly give everything a once over to make sure I haven't missed anything very blatant, which I have there. I don't know if I can get to it without touching something else.
Underscore Ignacio underscore 023 says, is watching. Android underscore Mac underscore 10 says, other space void just crashed out over there.
Yeah, he can chill out for a second. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Oh, I missed a big bit on this one. Jeebus. Always please to check before your paint goes dry. It's getting there on the palette because under these warm studio lights. It's looking good. Lucky last. Do you pass inspection? A little bit. Yeah, I can fix. There we go. Rim is looking nice. It did overspill a little bit in a really annoying place to get to, but that's fine. Cool. So I think this is where I'm going to leave this one, like as in, like, to this degree of painting. I might do the white that's sort of more predominant here on this guy, but I think that might be about it. Just to show like the level of effort you can go to. Oh, my back. Oh. Well, I hope that's been entertaining for some, because I am very sweaty now. And I will catch you tonight when I'm back with the boys. All right.